quick update from me first, the guy behind Steve's Garden, and then you're going to get 2 companion planting combos that I rely on every year that'll genuinely make your garden grow better. So, in case we haven't met, I'm Connor. I'm the guy that's, well, I'm not the face of the channel. I'm the guy behind the scenes. I'm the editor, the organizer, the guy who takes all the raw footage and, turns it into something that you'd actually want to watch. And a quick update on where things are for the channel. So you see, it's been busy back here in the best way. We've got a real backup of stuff filmed, and I'm at the desk most nights working through it, edit after edit, getting it all ready for you. Some of these take me like a couple days each because I won't put something out there that I'm not happy with. So there's plenty coming here. If it's ever quiet between uploads, that's just me taking the time to get each one right. So thank you for sticking with the channel. It really does mean a lot. All right, companion planting. The idea is simple. Certain plants just do better when they're grown next to each other. They might help, keep pests off, or pull in the bees, or share the space cleverly. And a few well-chosen pairings can do a lot of the work for you. So here are the 2 that I come back to every single year. Mostly, it comes down to 3 things. Some plants keep pests away from their neighbors with their scent. Some pull in the bees and the helpful bugs that protect the whole patch. And some just make smart use of the space and the soil so that nothing goes to waste. Once you've got that idea in your head, the rest will make sense. So the first is tomatoes and basil. This is a classic for a reason. Plant basil in among your tomatoes, and the strong scent of the basil helps confuse and put off some of the pests that would otherwise go after your tomato plants. A lot of gardeners swear that it actually improves the flavor of the tomatoes too. And as a bonus, you've got your tomatoes and your basil growing right next to each other, which is exactly how you want them when it comes time to cook. So I like to tuck a few marigolds in there as well, because marigolds are brilliant all-rounders. Their smell helps drive off whitefly and some of the pests down in the soil too. And the flowers pull up in the good insects on top. So tomatoes, basil, and a few marigolds. And that little trio just works beautifully together. Another one worth tucking in near your tomatoes and your other veg is nasturtiums. They act as what's called a trap crop. The aphids and a few other pests actually prefer them and flock to them instead of your prized plants. So they take the hit for you. And they're edible and pretty on top of it. None of this is fussy. You're just surrounding your main crops with plants that quietly look out for them. Okay. The second one is an old combination called the Three Sisters. Corn, beans, and squash, all grown together in the same patch. And the clever thing is how 3 of them help each other out. The corn grows tall, and it gives the beans like a natural pull to climb up, so you don't need to build any supports. The beans, being a legume, pull nitrogen out of the air and feed it down into the soil, which is exactly the food that hungry corn wants. And the squash sprawls out across the ground underneath with its big broad leaves shading the soil, which then keeps the moisture in and smothers the weeds so that they can't get going. So 3 plants, each one doing a real job for the other 2. People have grown it that way for hundreds of years. And once you see it working in front of you, you'll completely understand why. And I'll throw in here a quick bonus pairing because it's a great one. It's carrots and onions, or carrots and leeks. So the problem with carrots is that you got the carrot fly, which hones in on the smell of the carrots. But plant a row of onions or leeks alongside them, and that strong oniony smell masks the carrots and throws the fly right off the scent. It works the other way around too. The carrots help to confuse the onion fly. So 2 crops protecting each other just by being neighbors. And they don't take up any extra room while doing it. Now, a quick word on the flip side, because companion planting works both ways. There are a few combinations that don't get along, plants that compete or like hold each other back. So it's worth a quick look before you plant something new right next to an established favorite. But honestly, don't overthink the whole thing. You don't need like a complicated chart to garden well. You get a couple of good pairings like these going, and you give everything enough room to breathe, and you're most of the way there already. The other big one that goes hand in hand with all this is just mixing things up rather than planting a giant block of one single crop. When everything's the same, a pest that likes that plant can sweep right through the whole lot. Mix your planting up a bit, and you make it much harder for any one problem to take hold on the entire garden. So those are my two: tomatoes with basil and marigolds for the best control of pests and flavor, and then the three sisters, which is corn, beans, and squash, for the lovely way they feed and support each other. Try one of them this year and see the difference for yourself. So that's the update, and that's the tip for today. So thank you, really, for being here and sticking with the channel. There's so much more coming, and don't worry, because I'm on it. So I'm going to get it out to you. Go plan something good next to something else that's also good, and I will catch you in the next video.